Welcome into DC On Screen episode 361. This is our weekly DCTV news episode. It's going to be a light one, too. I'm your host, David C. Robertson. This is my co-host, Jason Goss.
Hello.
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 I feel like we should stretch out the front of this thing because the back end is going to be tight.
Yeah.
Everything's on hiatus.
Everything is gone. So, jumping right into Gotham, I guess. So much for stretching out the front end.
Yeah.
Jumping into Gotham. Asked about who she expected to be working with the rest of the season. The girl that plays Selina. What's her name?
Cameron Bikendova.
That's right. Cameron says, I didn't get to work a lot with Jessica Lucas this season. I really didn't get to work with her at all. But I think towards the end of the season, we'll see how Selina's confusion will lead her towards that future mentorship.
Yeah, so you might get Selina, Tigress, I don't know, kind of mentorish team-up thing.
Yeah, makes sense. Tabitha's got that whip, you know.
Yeah.
Corey Michael
Would be
Smith
kind of amazing
has been talking
to see her like teach her how to control a whip.
Oh, yeah. It's pronounced whip.
Yeah.
Whip.
Thanks, Family Guy.
Yep. Thanks, Seth MacFarlane, for everything you do.
He does good work, like 65% of the time.
I like both of our statements were, yeah, sometimes, essentially. He does good work. Sometimes.
I mean, I have a permanent copy of A Million Ways to Die in the West that I watch probably once a year.
Really?
Yeah, the movie cracks me up.
I never saw it. I kept hearing bad things.
Oh,
you know?
God, no, it's funny. It's actually really funny.
Okay. I might give that a shot now.
It's worth it. It's definitely worth it.
I wanted to see it. So Corey Michael Smith was talking about his Riddler fashion. He says, when I went in for the suit we were going to use in episode 15, I walked in. It's like bright glittering from the corner of the room on the rack, and I was like, that cannot be on my body. That is a sparkly green thing. That is not the suit. Please tell me. But after trying it on, I got really excited because it was shocking on the rack, but then it was on my body, and I was like, this feels so right.
Damn.
Yeah.
I've watched people do that as a character in high school. Where like we had the costume designed a little bit, and we're doing it with limited means, so it's not like it's really not our fault. Limited means.
Limited means. Yes.
I mean, we're talking we had $20 to get this thing together. It's high school theater and like thrift store costumes. So somebody walks in and goes, "Oh no. That is not a thing that goes on my body." And you're like, "Yeah, it's that or you don't play it." All right, I'll try it.
Right.
Which becomes,
because that's how it works. Okay,
I guess I can live with that. Mm-hmm. And you literally walk away going, well, you live with it or you don't play the role. I just don't. That's really all we got here. we found a thing that fit you.
Yeah. You ever had like a itch so bad, an itch so bad that it actually hurts? It just makes you go
Yes.
Like suddenly.
Yeah, like a sudden one.
That just happened to me.
Makes you want to like swat your ear,
or claw your eyeball out of your head.
Oh yeah. Mine is like swat the back of my ear.
Even if it's on your eye?
Well, it was on the back of my ear.
Oh.
Yeah.
So David Mazous, Gotham's Bruce Wayne, talks Raish's plans for Bruce. Says, Raish has some involvement in taking Bruce on an incredibly instrumental journey in his transformation to become the man we all know he's going to be. They will mess with his mind, mess with his body, mess with everything, mess with his relationships, good and bad. Bruce will never ever be the same, and I don't think he'll ever fully recover from what's coming.
That's pretty fantastic.
That sounds like hyperbole, but I'm down.
Yeah. I mean, it should be hyperbole, but I am down.
Yeah. Now, Gotham EP Danny Cannon is talking about the finale a little bit. He says, we've been building to a catastrophic event, which is going to befall Gotham, which may change Gotham forever. We're basically going down the rabbit hole. They say that a lot. Like, all these EPs for all these shows talk about going down the rabbit hole way too much.
Yeah, I agree.
He says, the Court of Owls is going to uncover something that is an act of terror that's going to happen around Gotham. is going to involve every single character. One ancient, mystic, spiritual character could really be at the end of this rabbit hole. Just sounds like Ra's al Ghul to me.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, I'm not sure where they're going with that. Like, it could be him, and there's inevitably going to be, like, another guy that's there. That's another ancient spiritual guy. I don't know.
Danny Cannon also had something to say about Harley Quinn. He says, that's a character we've always wanted to have. It's a lot of people's favorite character, but the age problem was always going to be there. Like we did with Jerome. Our job at Gotham was to create a world where Batman was going to be necessary. If it's not Harley Quinn, how can we talk about what she will become one day? That's what we're discussing right now. So the cast has been teasing the season 3 return. Corey Michael Smith says Edward will have to make a choice about his identity and the path that he wants to take in this new existence. Aaron Richards teased a power struggle for Barbara that creates a rift between her and Tabitha. She also promises a major character reveal at the end. And David Mazous promises that the Bruce clone will cause absolute havoc in Bruce's life. Also, that Bruce is set to get his ass beat several times this season. That part sounds fun.
Yep.
The havoc part from the clone doesn't sound fun because I don't like the double thing.
Yeah, the double thing's a little what are we doing here? But real Bruce getting his ass beat a few times sounds hilarious and
yeah.
I don't know, it sounds like a great learning experience for all of us.
Sounds like Bruce is gonna get wrapped up like a kipper.
Well done.
Over to Lucifer. There's a new Lucifer promo. It's the promo for the May 1st return, and it hints at Lucifer having formed a plan while he was away and gives us our first look at Yon Father, God Johnson.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, he looks okay. Just, I don't know. I don't know where the show's going. But it does at least feel like the show plans on going somewhere, so that's good.
Yeah, that's always a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, they literally, when they shortened their season, they went, oh, phew. We don't have to pull in those extra episodes that didn't mean anything.
Save those for next season. As for now, whee!
Right.
Hooray! People are cheering in the streets.
Right?
We don't have to have those terrible other 4 episodes.
That you made us
Until next
right.
season.
That we made sense, I guess. But, yeah.
Over to Supergirl. They released a video effects behind the scenes for the Parasite episode. It is, a neat 2 minutes for how the show transformed Parasite, did the fight scenes, and made Kara and John corpses. That's floating around if you want to see it.
It's pretty cool. I mean, it looks really neat. Like, it does.
Yeah. So if the Flash Season 3 finale and Netflix drop dates have been confirmed, holding true to the new deal, Netflix Live has confirmed that the 3rd season of The Flash will drop 8 days after its finale, which is on May 23rd. So if you're behind, expect the full season to be available on May 31st. I mean, that's not a bad deal, really.
No. Speaking of which, Legends.
What?
Legends should be available in a couple days for anyone. Just thought about that.
Not that anybody wants to watch that. I'm kidding.
People
kidding.
liked it, apparently.
Yeah. Which I guess we should mention this. If you listen to our review of Legends of Tomorrow, we said maybe Rip left because he was stuck on the ship for that was my suggestion, by the way, that he was stuck on that ship for a year. And then it was pointed out to me that, oh yeah, no, that couldn't happen because that version ceased to exist. So, sorry about that. I didn't realize, I forgot. I don't know. We literally did the review 10 minutes after watching the show. And I think it's just important that, to note that the show didn't make me care enough to actually remember that. But whatever. Moving on. Tom Cavanaugh and Grant Gustin is trying to do an Indiegogo thing. They're trying to get enough money to make a short film. He says it'll be a heist film, and they've only got a 4-day window to shoot. The script was written by Cavanaugh and would also be under his direction. So, go do that. I don't know what it's called. Did they say what it was called, Jason?
I didn't see what it was called.
Okay. So, I don't know. Go to Indiegogo and type in Tom Cavanaugh. Figure that one out.
Those two sound pretty funny, though. So.
Yeah, I would watch that. Over to Legends of Tomorrow, Mark Guggenheim. I don't know why I said his name like that.
Not sure.
Mark Guggenheim answered some questions about the finale. He says, about Rip Hunter, we've got plans for Rip for next year. It's just in a different capacity than him being a member of the team. About the effect of the team's actions on the rest of the Arrowverse, there will be an explanation in Season 3 about why you're not seeing dinosaurs running through Central City. We'd rather keep the shows separate in that regard. Let me guess. Time takes a while to cement.
I don't know. Just insert.
Or, if we fix it, they'll never know anything happened. Whatever. I don't care.
Right.
I really am not happy. We just did the Q&A episode where we talked about how Kamandi is like our least favorite thing ever in the DC universe. And Guggenheim's like, we've talked about Kamandi in the writer's room. He's definitely a character that we love and a concept that we love. Certainly we've opened the door for that kind of story. I can't say that we're absolutely committed to doing Kamandi next year. It's just totally on the table and certainly something we've been talking about. Dude.
No.
Please no.
No Kamandi.
I don't want the last boy. Over to Arrow, Stephen Amell is confirming that he is going to be on American Ninja Warrior. He tweeted April 5th, I'm doing American Ninja Warrior with Master Ninja Coach the mighty Casey Catanzaro. May 25th on NBC. You will be entertained, he says. The event is an all-celebrity ninja cast, which was put together in support of Red Nose Day, which raises money and awareness on behalf of impoverished children all around the world. He's been talking about doing American Ninja Warrior for a little while now, and I know a lot of people watch that show and are going to be excited about that. I don't watch it, so I don't know anything about anything. But
right. No idea. He's going to hang on some things.
Yeah. Let's see. Manu Bennett is coming back as Deathstroke. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stephen Amell tweeted, desperate times call for desperate measures. Welcome back, Manu Bennett. On what that could mean, Wendy Miracle said, the alliances are going to be very surprising. You're not going to believe who Oliver is working with to defeat Prometheus. I'm guessing Deathstroke. It's going to be really emotional. It's going to be all about Oliver's family, but not the family we're thinking of right now. It's going to end in a giant explosion, but not where we think it's going to end. And the emotional punch is going to be bigger than the actual physical part of the bombs going off. Just shut up, Wendy Miracle.
So just shit is going down. That's what we know.
It's just like, oh, we've got your number. It's going to be emotional, but it's not going to be about them. Shut up.
But also, yes, but not.
About Oliver's family, but not the one you're thinking of. It's going to be a big explosion, but not the kind of, it's not the ending that you think. Oh, shut up. Just give us the thing.
That's pretty much where I land on it, yep.
So over to Powerless. After a planned 2-week hiatus and a last-minute unplanned 1-week extension of said hiatus, Powerless has finally released a new episode. No idea yet, though, about the future of the show. I have a hint about what the future of the show is.
Wonderful.
So they have released footage from Batman and Harley Quinn. There's a 9-minute featurette that appears on the Judas Contract DVD. Some sources seem to have taken it down, though, so don't delay if you want to find out about Poison Ivy, the Floronic Man, Bruce Timm's process for the movie. It's placed in the DC animated films world, and if you want to get a film for the tone of the film, which is apparently a rock comedy, I saw this thing. You saw this thing, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people are mad because they think that Harley Quinn is raping Nightwing in this thing.
No.
And apparently they don't want Harley Quinn to be, like sexualized, which I'm like, have you seen Harley Quinn? Always, forever. People are calling for Bruce Timm's job over this thing, man.
No, fuck that. It looks like at the end of that scene, everyone has all their clothes on, and he's just saying, that's not what it looks like. That looks exactly what is happening.
Well, no. There's a bit where like she's actually got him strapped down in the bed, and he's like, "Don't get any crazy ideas." She's in her underwear, and she turns out the light. She's like, "I already got him," or too late.
But later
or
he's like in a bed, and he gets up, and he doesn't have anything on. Like he's not strapped in at all, and he's just kind of like, "That's not what it looks like." And
I know
he's
certain people
fully dressed, like he's in costume.
Yeah, and certain people like they're tickling each other.
Still has his domino mask on.
Yeah, they're like wrestling in the bed and giggling. And then, like, Batman is there, and they didn't realize it, and they're like, oh no. And, like, certain people are like, oh, they're doing this in front of Batman. How depraved. And I'm like, guys, they didn't realize Batman was there.
Yeah, it's not the same
Isn't that
thing.
always the way? And based on Batman's little eye squint, I would guess Batman disapproves, too.
Yep.
I don't know. I've always seen Harley as, whatever. Like, she's always been pretty, I don't know what you'd call it, sexually empowered, maybe? Like, and
that
based on that
sounds like
tickle
a great
scene,
phrase, yeah.
Based on that tickle scene, I don't really think that you would. I mean, but Nightwing does not seem to be very upset about anything that's going down. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Though he may be tied down, I don't think Nightwing had, based on that clip, had any problem with what was going on. Nobody said anything when he was like getting down with Catwoman in the 4th volume of animated series.
No,
and he was just using her.
No, he's fine.
I mean, can we just get over, this, what possibly might be happening, and say, hey, at least he doesn't have the mullet anymore?
Right.
I mean, I would be happy if they, like, took away that weird Native American bird on his chest and gave him the actual Nightwing bird that's in the comics, which is, by the way, way more, like, streamlined, Bruce Timm, but whatever. I don't know, it looks like a fun movie. It looks stupid and fun. And you got Kevin Conroy. Of all things, my problem with it was that
you can keep the top of moccasin on his chest if you want to.
If anything, Melissa, is that her name? Melissa Rauch?
I think so.
Yeah. If anything, I think she's overplaying the accent a little bit.
I don't know if you can overplay that accent.
I think you can. I think she's doing it.
I'll hang out with her. I'll stand with her.
I'll say this, and I love Tara Strong, but no one is Arlene Sorkin when it comes to this character.
But I'll hang out with her. Yeah, I mean, I'm good.
Yeah. So James Tucker, producer of the WB Animation's Flashpoint, wants to go back for some things he couldn't squeeze in. He says, we're doing a few, so I can't say, but there was this thing that we never got to do with Flashpoint. Was the Batman story. There was no time in the Flashpoint movie to tell that particular story. We did our little abbreviated snippet to show you how Joker came about. There's a whole 3 comic book arc of what that was in the comics.
Right.
And I always wanted to bring that to the screen. I say to that, yes, do it. Also, there's so many smaller known stories or good stories that didn't have a big event behind them that would be great to adapt. I'd still love to do the solo Swamp Thing movie, and after Justice League Dark came out, I'm like, okay, I think we have a little more wind behind us doing that. I say again, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, indeed.
WB is not ruling out any more R-rated animated films. Tucker says, I will say this, that they have said that if the content merits the R, they'll look into it, they're open to it, which was not something that was a part of the landscape until recently. I like having that option, because there are certain things that you just can't do without being a little without being a little more violent.
Well, sure.
So, there's a little bit of footage that came out of Flash's Injustice 2 power moves.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty cool, man. Like, he's fighting Gorilla Grodd.
Yeah.
He, like, grabs him and throws him back in time and, like, knocks the nose off of the Sphinx with Grodd, and then, like, runs back and, like, throws him against a dinosaur, and then, like, runs back and hits to, like, normal time and, like, hits him against himself. And then, like, the other Flash and other Grodd, like, take off to do the same thing to create the loop. It was pretty cool.
It's pretty freak. I mean, it's solid. It really is.
Yeah. That's all I got.
That it? After all that?
That's it.
Oh.
That's it.
Okay. We'll have to stop and wait for next week.
What's that?
We'll have to stop and wait for next week.
We will, because we don't have any more reviews to do.
Yeah.
There are no more shows out yet, so We are DC On Screen. You can find every episode at DCOnScreen.com. We're proud members of the Giant Size Team Up Network, GiantSizeTeamUp.com. Lots of great stuff. Over there, I just recorded an intro for the Botched podcast. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, DC On Screen. You can find me at Snapchat on David C. Robertson. Or you can find me on Twitter, David C. Robertson, or Snapchat, or Instagram, as David C. Robertson as well. So, you can follow two different things. There are differences. So, that's it. That's all I got. Until next time, keep some DC on your screen. All right, can we record just one more thing for the end of the newscast? For the DCEU newscast?
What's that?
All right, here we go. I'll just do it. You know what? I totally forgot about this news, and I said we would talk about it on the Q&A, and on the Q&A we said we would talk about it on the DCEU news, and then I forgot about it, so here it is.
Encore.
Jason Momoa had put out this awful/awesome video of himself. He's in a wheelchair, and they had to fix the like a Funko Pop Aquaman figure to the little joystick that controls it, and he's got on a shirt that says "titties and beer," which, class, Jason.
Right.
Try to have some taste.
Yeah. No.
But he says he's having fun playing with himself, and he's like using the little Funko Pop version of himself to steer himself, and he's just riding around talking to people. And I teased that in the Q&A, and I felt bad about not having it. So there it is. That was the joke. That was the whole bit about him playing with himself.
That's out there.
He's literally using
Fair
himself
enough.
to drive around. It's Jason Momoa, though. Whatever, dude.
Yeah.
You do you.
I would do that. No doubt about it.
I wouldn't wear that shirt. I wouldn't wear that shirt. Because I have respect for women. And I don't like beer.
I like beer. And titties in general. So I'm not sure where I would draw the line there on that shirt. To be fair. To be absolutely fair. But I definitely would use a tiny version of myself to drive around. That part I feel sure about.
Yeah, I would do that. So, that's where we are. Bye.